We were born from the chaos where the memes collide. Soldiers of the digital age, we ride or die. Webby warriors, stacking skills every day. NFTs on our shields, we fight in our own way. From broke to wealthy, we rise as one. Skill stackers in the shadows till the battle's won. Kings and queens lead the charge, thrones forged from code. Commanders, knights and soldiers, the legend unfolds. Rise, me militia, claim your destiny. We fight to never be broke, we forge prosperity. Kings on the throne, queens at their side. Stack your skills, change your fate, let the world know our pride. We hack the algorithm, break the chains of doubt. Social streams flooded with our memes, never a blackout. Marketing tactics from the frontline grind. Leverage and strategy, leave the broke days behind. From the struggle to the summit, we paved our own way. Skill stackers on a mission, no more broke days. Brand butler in our hands, AI leads the charge. From Web3 to the world, our influence is large. Rise, me militia, claim your destiny. We fight to never be broke, we forge prosperity. On the throne, queens at their side. Stack your skills, change your fate, let the world know our pride. Together we thrive, no soldier left behind. From the dark nights to bright futures we realign. Weekly wins, staking claims, the wheel spins again. 1,000 memes strong, we'll fight till the end. Rise, me militia, claim your destiny. We fight to never be broke, we forge prosperity. On the throne, queens at their side. Stack your skills, change your fate, let the world know our pride. Me militia skill stackers, rise and take your place. Never broke again, warriors of web win space. Victory belongs to those who fight with heart and fire. With our memes, with our skills, we'll always rise.
Yeah, happy freaking hump day. Let's go. What is going down, fam? Welcome back to Chain Breakers. We got an amazing show planned for you today. It has been a really good week. Yesterday was very successful. I was telling you guys I had some meetings. I had some big things happening, some big things coming up. And sure enough, those took place. I had a really good meeting yesterday with this client that we're going to be working with. It's a big client. They're doing millions of dollars per year, and we're going to be helping kind of take them to the next level. So really excited about that. With that all being said, I want to go ahead and jump into the business minute. Let's get right into it, and then we'll get into the show. Build a life you don't need a vacation from. That's a quote by Seth Godin. I want you to build a life that you don't need a vacation from. For the most part, I would say that that's my life that I have right now. Most entrepreneurs start with a dream, but end up trapped in a business that runs their life. They hustle nonstop, answer every message, wear every hat, and tell themselves it's just for now. Except it's been years. But here's the truth. A business without systems becomes a prison. You didn't start this to burn out. You started it to break free. So here are my 3 tips for you. Number 1, systemize early. If you don't have a business now, this is the perfect time to build those systems and put those things into place for when you have this influx of business, for when you get busy. You want to do that at the beginning. Every task you repeat, if it has to be done more than 3 times and has more than 3 steps, it becomes a process. You can automate it and then delegate it. Number 2, protect your time. Block your calendar like a CEO, not an employee. Your focus is your fuel. And number 3, design your business to serve your life, not the other way around. Revenue is the only part of the equation. Peace matters too. Revenue is not the only part of the equation. Peace matters too. You don't need more hustle. You need better structure. Make the business and make your business work for you. All right, so let's get into the day. Let's get into the show. We got a lot to talk about, fam. Let's go.
Welcome to the Chain Breakers, where we don't play by their rules and we sure as hell don't ask for permission. This is the show for the rebels, the builders, and the warriors of Web3. And we're tearing down the old systems, one skill, one project, and one blockchain at a time. And we're building a new economy that's powered by freedom, AI, NFTs, and Stacker. Every day we're bringing you the real talk, the projects that are worth betting on, the people who are actually making moves, and the plays that we believe will set you and your future free. Giveaways, we got them. Skills, we're stacking them. And chains, we're breaking them. This is the new frontier, and this is the Chain Breakers. Now let's get to work.
Let's get to work. Come on. Let's see here. We only got one repost. Did I not change the title of the show? I didn't change the title of the show. What a bonehead. Today's title of the show is actually not Crypto iPhone Moment. We did that yesterday. I forgot to do that. I've had so much going on this morning, getting prepared for a big event today. It starts in about a little over an hour from now. We'll be helping out an organization that's based in Mexico. My friend Kat, she's probably watching right now. But I wanted to make sure that, dang, I can't believe I didn't change the title of the show. But I wanted to make sure I shared that with you guys so that you have an opportunity to go ahead and jump into it. But if you haven't reshared this, we went from 1 to 6. There we go. Got some movement there. Let me go ahead and share my screen. There's a few things I need to show you guys real quick to make sure you guys are fully aware of. And these cords right here just drive me nuts. I've been trying to get my desk to be set up clean. As you can tell, I'm back over here on my other set now, which is exciting. You can see there's some blue tape along the edge there. We're going to paint that little strip right there black. We're going to get that thing painted up, get that done. Well, at GM, let's see who's here in the chat. We got Crypto Funk. We got Chad Boss. We got OG Gamer Gangsta. We got Ed Knock. We got Jay. What's up, everybody? GM fam. Great to see you guys. What the heck is this on the other side of my computer? Oh, it's a fortune. Should I read my fortune? Explore your creativity through various outlets. It's my fortune today, I guess. I didn't even know that was there. We got Don in the house. We got Suspect in the house. We got Mr. Abundant in the house. Had an amazing Bible study yesterday. It was really deep, really good. We're in Romans 10 as of this last night. We're almost done with the book of Romans. It's been pretty freaking amazing, to be honest. We've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I want to briefly talk about that just after I share my screen, but there's some pretty impactful stuff. He says Xmas setup. That is coming. There is going to be an Xmas setup. All right, so go ahead and share this with you guys. So today at 10:30, it says join us at 1:39. Interesting. Today at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. So that's about an hour and a half from now. I will be doing a keynote talk, if you will, online. It's an online streaming event. I could probably grab the link to it here. There we go, Bram Butler, tinyurl.com/Bram Butler. I can put this in here. You guys can come join it. It's an AI hangout spot, deep dive in AI local and online. So there's going to be people hanging out locally and online. Let me go ahead and share this in the chat. If I can get back over here, put this in here. Boom. Oh, did that work? Let's see here. No, it didn't work. It wanted to give me that stupid Facebook. So I'm going to have to copy this over here a different way. Give me a second here. Copy. Let's try it that way first. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Post that there, and then I'll put this up on my screen so you guys can see it. There we go. tinyurl.com/Brand Butler. tinyurl.com/Brand Butler. Would love to have you guys there. I'm going to be doing a talk that's going to be, I don't know how many people are going to be there, but I'm hoping quite a bit. We are streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch now. So we've also added that streaming thing in here. What did Chad say? Let me move this out of my way. Saved, he said. So we'll be doing that. That'll be a lot of fun. Where is the other thing I needed to show you guys? Let me pull this up. Let me find it here. I got so many tabs today. Here we go. Come on. Where is it at? There's something. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the other thing I need to show you guys is I'm doing a competition, or not a competition, but a little challenge right now on the Skill Stacker profile. We're trying to build some momentum again on the Skill Stacker profile. This is the Skill Stacker profile. If you didn't know, x.com/skill STKR. As you can see here, we now have our gold check. But if you scroll down, I put up this yesterday. If this reaches 100 reposts, we will do a $100 soul giveaway. So I posted this earlier this week. You can see here, I've had 315 views so far. Pretty good. Some of you guys are already active in here, liking. I'll like some of these guys' comments and stuff. We're going to reach a lot of people with this. I've had some epiphanies, some good learning experiences over these last few months of kind of learning what people like, and my boy Not Yet right there, what people like, what they don't like. Got 29 likes on it, 2 saves, 18 reposts so far. So we're getting there, but I did a giveaway of Soul. $10 flash giveaway. Said, who needs some soul? Verified followers only. This thing got over 1,000 views, 20 reposts, 56 likes, 2 saves, and 38 comments. So pretty good amount of comments. And there was a winner for that. I announced that he's somewhere in here. Let's see here. I know he's in here somewhere. But there was a winner that we picked out. He says, yes, I'm in. Oh, this is the second post. So this is the repost of the repost. Basically, this one was like, should we do a $100 giveaway? This one got 1,000 views, but now we go to this one. This one got 2,469 views with 94 likes, 80 reposts. We almost hit, was that 80? No, 60. See, I can hardly read. It's time for me to get some glasses. 60 reposts. So we were doing pretty good on that. And I did a flash giveaway there. We had a winner. The winner was right. Where is he at here? Where are they at? They're in here somewhere. I don't see them. Well, I sent off the winner. This post is unavailable. $10 in soul. Now we're gonna 10x this. There it is. This was the person. Boom. Eddie EXO. If you guys know Eddie, oh, he's following us. This person, he's the one that won the $10 in soul. Now we're gonna do a $100 soul giveaway, but we gotta reach 100 reposts right now. If we go back, we're only at 19. Well, we're at 19. So I just want to make you guys aware of this. I'm going to do a $100 soul giveaway to somebody. I have realized that the thing that can help our chart, that can help our community, that can really help us grow is offering the thing that everybody really wants at the end of the day, and that's liquidity, right? Stacker doesn't necessarily give you liquidity now. It's going to grow and you're going to build your bags of it. But I'm going to make some big changes to the wheel. And today on the show, we have a new wheel. If you take a look at this with me, we do have some stacker on here, but $2 in soul, $5 in Bitcoin, 500 stacker, $1 of stacker. Wait, one stacker. That's funny. One stacker. I need to change that. $1 at ETH. It's going so fast. LDZs. I have 25% off merch. We have 1K stacker, $1 in Bitcoin, $2 in soul, $1 in soul, $2 in soul, $5 in Bitcoin. So I've got some good stuff up here on the wheel. Now, remember, 1,000 LDZ. You can see here, I've got some LDZ on here. I'm going to be putting more over the next couple days. Thursday, I'll be putting more. Friday will be a big day for Freedom Friday. We're going to load this wheel up. So that's what we're doing for today's wheel. It's different than anything that we've ever done so far. I'm super excited about that. I think we're going to have some people be able to win. I've got a lot of other coins aside from stacker. And rather than giving away all my stacker all the time, I'm like, why don't I just give away some freaking soul? I'd be better off doing that. So interesting to see your guys' thoughts. Eddie EXO was the winner. That's right, Chad. GM Don, what's up, fam? He's watching on YouTube. Let's go. An OG gamer gangsta, my freaking guy. So yeah, I wanted to hook you guys up, man. I wanted to give you guys some liquidity, not just give you a bunch of tokens that'll be worth an insane amount of money someday. You already have a lot of that. So I figured, why not change it up and start giving away some soul and some Bitcoin and some ETH. There's some ETH on here. Maybe I missed that. I don't know where that, there it is, $1 in ETH. So I got a lot. I got Cardano and XRP, and I got a ton of other coins, but I wanted to start at least with Bitcoin, Sol, and ETH, because those are the projects that are worth betting on, right? These are the things that are going to continue to grow and move just like Stacker. So I'm putting the stuff on the wheel that I believe in, which you'll see why LDZ is on there. So with that being said, let's go do a little market update. But before I do that, let's see here. I want to give you guys a heads up. Okay, here we go. Stop sharing. If you haven't read Romans, I just want to briefly talk about this. It's a really powerful chapter in the Bible. My recommendation for you is to read the NLT translation. It's a really, really good translation. In that translation, you'll be able to understand it better than like King James or any of those other translations. But the thing that I've really realized and that I've taken for this, I talked about this with the group of us last night, is there was two big things. First one is my thought life, right? When it comes to people sinning and the Bible and the way they think about sin in the sense of as a noun, right? Rather than a verb, or they think about it as a verb rather than a noun. And sin is that. It is not something that is from us. We didn't create sin, right? Sin was in existence way before we came onto this earth, but it's something that we are all born with because of the fall of man. And people misunderstand sin from the verb to the noun. So if you start thinking of sin as a noun, as a thing, rather than an action, you'll have a whole different understanding of the Bible. But the important part to this and what I learned is most of the sin that I've struggled with in my life is in here. It's my thought life. And the Bible talks about us holding our thoughts captive. And I want you guys to start doing this proactively as skill stackers, not from a biblical, not from a religious, not from a Christian standpoint, but just think about the things, the decisions, and the thought life that you have right now. Take a step back from yourself and be the observer of your thoughts. So many people are stuck in our head, circling, looping, and getting into these really dangerous and toxic loops within our thought life that lead us to make really poor decisions for ourselves around money, around relationships. That's why a lot of people cheat. And so I want you to start looking at your thoughts, not just being in your thoughts and being consumed by your thoughts, but step back from your thoughts and start thinking about what your thought life actually looks like. And if you don't have a good thought life, it's time to start working on that. My job as the founder of Skill Stacker is to help you build from the bottom up and from the top down. What's that dream? What's that goal? I want to help you get clear about that and help you reverse engineer that all the way down to the foundation. And in order for us to bridge to get you there, we have to make sure that every single step, every foundational layer of who you are as a person is strong. And you can't do that if your thought life is in a wreck. And many people have dealt with trauma and childhood trauma and like all kinds of things and limiting beliefs and bad programming from their family and their parents and cultural things. And so my job is to help you re-examine your thought life and help you get a better perspective of what it is that you're thinking about, and then hold those thoughts captive. If you have an idea or a thought that is going to end in chaos or end in dysfunction, there's functional thoughts and then there's non-functional thoughts. If you look at the thoughts that you have, where do they stem from? There's only two places they could possibly come from. Number one, they could come from fear. And that's where most people's thought lives actually are, is fear. The real place where you want your thought life to come from is love. And there's, let me see here. I'm going to pull something up here. 1 Corinthians 13:4, we were reading this last night, and it was really, really powerful. If you guys don't know this scripture, it's really, really powerful. And I'm sorry I'm getting all religious on you guys today, but we were doing something last night talking about 1 Corinthians 13:4, where it talks about love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. Man, I'm starting to think of some people as I'm reading this. It is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. It does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. Now, I want to give you kind of a mental shift because I saw Mr. Abundant's face last night when we did this, and I was like, there it is. There it is. He had a breakthrough. Let's change this from love, because what my stepmom did for me as a child was help me transform my thinking around God. A lot of people want to perceive God as this big guy in the sky, as this omnipresent, crazy being who's, if you don't follow him, you don't do what he says, you don't follow the rules of the Bible, and you don't follow the 10 Commandments, you're going to hell. If you don't accept him, you're going to hell, right? So a lot of people, that scares people, it pushes people away from what it really is. But the truth is, you have family members, you have friends, you have people in your life that I could ask you right now, do you love them? And you would be like, yeah, I love them. I'd be like, well, how do you know? How do you know you love them? Well, I just love them. I don't know. I just look at them and I think about them and I just know that I love them. Well, you can't touch love. You can't see love. You can't hold love. Similar to God, but you know it's real, right? And when my stepmom planted the seed in me at about 8 to 9, 10 years old, somewhere in that age, I think it was like 8 or 9 years old, it really transformed my thinking around who God was and planted me in the world where I became a fanatic. Like some people are into Marvel movies and freaking comic books and Pokemon and magic. I got obsessed with thinking about God as love and thinking about love as a superhuman ability, as a superpower that we all have the ability, and a lot of us possess, but many of us are not using this superpower. And if more of us focused our time, energy, and effort on loving others, loving ourselves, and loving our Creator, our lives would start to change dramatically. So my message is not really a crypto Web3 AI message today. I'm just feeling like I'm supposed to just share this with you guys. I've been thinking about this all morning. I'm like, man, and I really wanted to share this because if you look at this scripture, if you look at this passage and you replace the word love with God, something powerful happens. Because a lot of us have heard that 13 scripture, the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 13. But think about it like this: God is patient, God is kind, God does not envy, God does not boast, God is not proud, God does not dishonor others, God is not self-seeking, God is not easily angered, God keeps no record of wrongs. So why are you? God does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. God always protects, God always trusts, God always hopes, God always preserves, and God never fails. He's got a perfect undefeated record. And so I want to just have you guys start to look at things in your life. I was telling my wife, I was joking last night on the couch, like the movie The Notebook and all the Nicholas Sparks movies, like all these love stories. I'm a hopeful romantic. There's a reason for that, because I look at love as a superpower. And when people are writing stories and telling stories of love, those are the things that inspire me. What greater superpower could a person possibly have than a mother who sees their child get ran over by a car and then has literally superhuman strength to be able to lift that car off of their child? That has happened. That is real. That is a real fact. It is an undeniable thing that people have witnessed and seen. Mothers possess this superhuman ability with love, and this love is a superpower. So I just want to encourage you guys, as we get closer into the holidays, I want you guys to get rooted into those kinds of thoughts and into that type of thought life. Be the observer of your thoughts. I've been really a lot more intentional in that myself, and I'm starting to see some shifts and some changes. And I've been doing this deep work for a long time, you guys. This is not something that's new to me. I'm not sharing something that I didn't know before, but I'm going deeper, and I'm trying to pull the layers back deeper and deeper every single day. So this is way off tangent from what we normally talk about on the show, but something I felt like it was important to share, and a place to be able to root our day and the rest of our week and the rest of our month in something powerful. So with that being said, let's go get into a little market hype today. I'm going to go check the chat. Love it, brother. Keep sight. See, my boy Jesse's on here today. What are the chances of that? Probably a good idea for the wheel to prevent people from selling Stacker. That's exactly right. Look, we got this guy back on the stream on Twitch. Best viewers on Streambo. Okay. No, thank you. Anyway, I'm going to pull this thing off there. I'm so glad to see Jesse up here. Where is he at? There we go. Talking about God today. All right. So with that all being said, let's go do a market update. Market's doing some interesting things. It can't decide whether it wants to be up or down. Right now, we're looking at Bitcoin at $92,468. When you zoom out, I'm pretty bullish, man. When you zoom out, like, look at all this margin you got from here to all the way to here. If you buy it now and ride this next wave up, who knows? Could it go lower? Potentially. Will it go lower? I don't think so. If we look at a 1-year chart, not huge gains. We're down 2%, 2.7% over a year. If we look at the 1 month, we're down 12.29%. Damn, I'm glad I've been buying Bitcoin. With that being said, let me come back and let's go look at the market overall. We're at $3.15 trillion. So still up pretty decent. Fear and greed's at 30. So we're definitely moving away from fear, moving back, getting closer and closer over to the greed side. And our altcoin season is moving further and further away. We were at 18 yesterday. We're at 17 today. So I think that's very interesting to notice these patterns. These are the things that I'm triggering. These are the things that I'm remembering. I'm paying attention to. I'm going, okay, what's happening to the market? If you're just listening and you have your ear turned to the ground and you're paying attention to what's happening, you're going to be able to make much smarter, more logical decisions rather than making fear-based decisions, which is what we just talked about. Are you making decisions from fear and lack and worry and scarcity? Or are you making decisions from abundance and fulfillment and joy and peace and love, right? And logic. If you look at Ethereum freaking did not dip. Like, it did not dip. It's still up. It's at 33.79. Maybe I should have put more money into Ethereum instead of Bitcoin. They're very bullish. A lot of money flowing into Ethereum right now. You can see their chart just crushing over the last 7 days. We're up 0.45%. in the last 24 hours, up 10% in the last week. If you look at XRP, they're down 4%, took the hit like most of everybody else did. And then you got last 7 days, 4.59. BNB at 896. USD, they're down 2.5. USDC. Then we got Solana at down 4.95, basically 5%, down to 136. And then you got Tron at 27 cents, down a little bit. Doge at 14.6 or 14.6. And then you got that down 3.5%. Cardano in number 10 down 3% at 46 cents. So again, you could be making money on all these buys and all these sells or all these dips and all these pumps. So just something to be thinking about. So market's doing some interesting things. Let's go over to Bird Eye real quick. Bird Eye. Oh, I spelled bird wrong. Let's go see what Bird Eye's doing. Okay, we got some red, fam. We got some red. What goes up must come down. If you look at this here, this is across all chains. Night is up 69%. Is this midnight? Let me see here. It is. It is midnight. I'm going to tell you guys, oh my gosh, 21 million. This is a really good buy. I'm just going to call it like it is. It's not financial advice, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to even use his name, but if I was another financial guy sharing stuff, this is a very good buy. Midnight right here. I'm very, very bullish on Midnight. I know the people that are behind the team. I know what they're building. I know how big their shit's going to be. I didn't know that they had their coin already released. It looks like it hasn't been out very long. If we come back here, let's see here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's a big red candle. It crashed down. This is a really, really, really good opportunity. I'm going to be jumping on this very, very quickly here myself. I didn't realize, and it's on ETH. So I'm going to be buying this, but I'm glad I pulled this up. So Midnight is up 69% in the last 24 hours, which is freaking huge. Let's come back over here. That's cool. I'm glad I brought that up. GT. And if you don't know what Midnight is, let me go over to their website real fast and show you. Okay, here we go. This is Midnight. Web3 promised freedom. Midnight restores the original promise of crypto. The network is a fourth generation blockchain built for rational privacy. No one should be forced to choose between utility and privacy. Midnight's architecture enables everyone to verify the truth without exposing their personal data. Make rational privacy work for you. This is a killer utility. If you go back to their homepage, their team is just insane. Look, they've changed their website quite a bit. But they're an amazing development team. I would be keeping an eye on this. If you're not in a position now, I would get there very soon. So do not miss out on this. A $21 million market cap. That's freaking cheap. I wish I could just literally buy this on stream right now. But we're not going to do that. The ETH blockchain. Nice. He says that's powerful. What chain? So that's really, really good there. Let me come back over to Bird Eye real quick. Let's go over to Solana chain because that's our chain. Oh, ooh, that's brutal, man. Look at that. All red other than Pippin. I don't understand what the heck this Pippin thing is. It's got to be some market manipulation, but everything is red other than you got a little sushi that's up 1%. Rect is up, 3%. Go Mining is up 1%, but everything else is red. Solana and all the Solana coins got hit pretty hard, it looks like, at 136.83. Top tokens, 6.7, of course. You got Pippin, Bop, Wet, Spark, Boxable. Why would Boxable have a coin? That doesn't even make sense. Up 53,000%. You got to be kidding me. You got Kirby, FKH, Italian Rot, Klaus, Ghibli, Umbra, OMFG, Microwaved, Examine, Icon, Digimon, Swarms, Clippy. Clippy, is that? I remember Clippy. Who doesn't remember Clippy? Clippy PFP Cult is what they're calling it. This is freaking funny right here. But you got Clippy up there. So interesting to watch that thing go up and down. We'll see how that thing moves. $500,000 market cap, still pretty low. But I was a huge fan of Clippy back in the day as a kid. If you're not a 80s, 90s kid, you don't even know what the hell Clippy is. But it definitely appeals right to the to the millennials. So let's go over to base real fast. I want to see base. Nothing crazy happening on base. We never really look at base. But if we go over to ETH, like we talked about, I might have to put some money. I think I'm going to put some of my money where. That's interesting. I'm trying to figure out where midnight was. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, so midnight is on the BNB chain. Interesting. It looks like they're on the BNB chain. So I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never done anything on the BNB chain. I don't even have BNB. Then you got Monad, of course, Artribium, but we're gonna focus on the things that we know that we're safe with, which is Solana. You know, you can't go wrong with Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. All right. So with that being said, I want to get into some news with you guys. It's news to wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I didn't even talk about Stacker. What about Stacker? Where are we at with Stacker? Anybody want to know where we're at with Stacker? You guys feeling bullish today or what? The chat seems kind of dead. Where is everybody? You guys out there? I wish I could knock. Anyway, hopefully you guys reposted, reshared the space and the stream. Let me come back over here and look. Damn, that train is loud. Got a train passing by right now. Let's see here. Where are we at? Only 9 reposts. You guys are sleeping today. Wake up. It's hump day. All right, let's get over to the news and I'll read you guys some interesting stuff. Japan reshapes crypto law. Jack Mallers goes public. Loomis pushed regulation forward. Japan just dropped a regulatory bomb. Jack Mallers' new crypto company took a hit on Wall Street, and the U.S. lawmakers may finally vote on a major crypto bill. Here's what went down today. Today was one of the biggest for crypto regulation, both in Asia and in the United States, plus a major public debut shook the market. Japan plans to reclassify crypto under securities law. I'm going to take a moment of silence for that one. Ouch. Japan plans to reclassify crypto under securities law, not just as payments. 21 Capital, backed by Tether and Strike, debuted on the New York Stock Exchange and tanked 20%. That's a 20% opportunity, probably. Senator Loomis says the U.S. market structure bill could finally move to markup before Congress breaks, which is exciting. That's the holiday break. This signals a new era of compliance. Era of compliance meets adoption. And the fight for clear crypto law is heating up. So the first story here, let's go over to Japan and kind of figure out what's going on with Japan, because that's a big deal. That's a big market. Japan to regulate crypto-like securities. Japan's Financial Services Agency, FSA, released a detailed report outlining plans to shift crypto oversight from payment law, PSA, to securities law, FIEA. This matters because the FIEA is the same legal framework used for stocks and financial products. That means tighter rules. I don't like rules, especially around disclosure, token offerings, and investor protections. Now, I do think that there needs to be more safety precautions and things in place to protect investors. But the reality is, when it comes to crypto and Web3 and decentralization and all of that permissionless economy that we have, it's all about educating yourself. You have to take responsibility, right? Your keys, your crypto. And if you put your money into something bad, bad things are going to happen. If you put your money into something good, like Stacker, most people have put their money in a Stacker and they're sitting on an amazing return right now. Still where we're at, they're still sitting on amazing returns. I was talking to somebody like, dude, I'm still way up. And I'm like, good. People that got in early with us, that were paying attention, that heard about Stacker, they're sitting in a really good position right now. And investor protections. The key takeaways from the report is crypto assets are increasingly being used as investment targets and require appropriate regulation as financial products. One major change that we're going to see is initial exchange offerings, IEOs, will need stronger, faster data disclosure, treating them like IPOs for tokens. The bottom line here is Japan wants to treat crypto like Venmo and less like Venmo and more like Wall Street. This could be a playbook for other countries. I'm not very bullish on that. That's pretty bearish news, if I'm being honest. There's nothing really about that makes me excited. I think that that's the wrong direction for Japan. It makes me wonder why that is, who's pulling the strings on that. I know that XRP is deeply tied to Japan. Ripple specifically is deeply tied to Japan, and Japan holds a significant portion of XRP. So it'll be interesting what happens there, and they're big within the banking system. The second story here is Jack Mallers 21 Capital falls 20%. That's funny. It should have been 20. That's interesting. 21 should have been 21%. 21 Capital falls 20% on public debut. They started trading this week after merging with a SPAC, Cantor Equity Partners. It opened below expectations and closed down 20% despite major backing from Tether, Bitfinex, and SoftBank. Jack Mallers, founder of Strike, is now the CEO, and the company holds 43,500 Bitcoin worth over $4 billion, making it the third largest public Bitcoin treasury after Mara. Mallers appeared on CNBC to promote the company, but the market did not bite. Even in a bullish market, going public isn't easy, but we're not bullish right now. We're bearish. Investors want more than big Bitcoin holdings. They want a real growth plan. That's the thing that I'm seeing as a common pattern here is there's a lot of companies starting up and they're just like, we're buying Bitcoin. That's our business. And it's like, you got to do a lot more than that. How are you going to use all that money? How are you going to actively turn that money into more money? And how are you going to reward the people who are buying into these things? Just like I'm doing every day on the wheel. Third story here, and this is the big one. Senator Loomis says crypto bill could move next week. That would be amazing. Middle of the month. Senator Cynthia Loomis, the co-author of the Responsible Financial Innovation Act, says the markup hearing could happen before Congress breaks for the holidays. What's a markup? Well, it's when lawmakers debate and amend a bill before sending it to a full vote. The crypto community is getting anxious. The bill's been delayed multiple times, especially after the government shut down. Thanks for that, libs. And Loomis says, our staff is exhausted. It's time to finalize and move. This bill could define how DeFi, stablecoins, and exchanges operate legally in the United States and clarify the CFTC versus the SEC turf war that's freaking going on right now. So I want to break some of these things down just for some newcomers here. FSA is Japan. It's their version of the SEC and the CFTC. It's a big regulatory body. The FIEA is Japan's securities law. Think stock market rules. The IEO is token sales on crypto exchanges like IPOs, but for coins. Markup hearing, last major steps before voting in Congress. And SPAC, a shell company that merges with startups to take a company public fast. Regulation is coming globally, you guys, but it's not all bad. The more clarity, the more capital will flow in. If you're in for the long haul, this is the stuff that builds the next bull run. So with that being said, it's time for the wheel. I'm ready for the wheel. You ready for the wheel? Let's get to the wheel. Let's go here. Let's see. What do I got? Oh, look at that. How are you doing today? What's up, PT003? Great news. Bullish, super bullish. There we go. That's what I love to see. Interesting. Hi, everyone. Interesting. We're bearish. We're bearish on the market and bullish on Stacker. That's how it goes right there. What's up, Destiny? Great to see you, brother. Okay. With that being said, one last update before we get to this wheel. I want to make sure I shared this with you guys. Something that's very important. I have created a brand new group chat on X. Created a brand new roundtable group chat on X. I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of that. I didn't want to keep that hidden or anything like that. I'm not hiding it from anybody. But this group chat is, so a couple things to kind of back up a little bit. Access to my previous profile was lost. I have access to it, but being able to do anything with that previous profile was lost. For now, I actually have a guy. I found a guy, just kind of an update there. I found a guy that's going to get me my profile back, which is awesome because I got like 6,500 followers on there. So that's going to be coming here in the next month. I'll get that profile back. I don't know. It's not 100%, but we're, in the 90% range. So I'll get that profile back. But in the meantime, that chat that we have, I can't control it. I can't remove people. I can't add people. I can't delete the chat. I can't change the name of the chat. I'm locked out of that. And so I want to make sure that you guys are aware, like I'll still keep that chat. When I get my other profile back, there's a high likelihood that I will delete that whole chat and it will disappear. It will be gone. So just keep that in mind. But we had to restart our chat, and we have a new Stacker Roundtable chat. At the moment, he said, my account got suspended. I DM'd you to connect with you when I got this one you didn't see. Oh, I must have not seen it. I'll have to DM you back. But what's important to know is this new roundtable chat. If you guys didn't know what the roundtable was originally for, because you've come in fairly recently, the roundtable chat was something specifically for our most bullish, our most convicted, our most active holders, investors, and members of our Skill Stacker community. The people who are actually putting in the most amount of time, the most amount of work, the most amount of money, the most amount of conviction. They're not selling Stacker. I mean, they might if they need to for some whatever reason, but they're not really doing that because they know what they're holding on to. And it's for only the top 100. We're not having a round table of 500 people, all right? We got to have a small round table, which is still pretty big, which is going to eventually become a mastermind group. I don't want to talk about all that. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now, but the Stacker Roundtable will become a mastermind group in itself. And then we have the Grand Council, which is kind of an elite, goes beyond a mastermind group. It's more of the board, where there's a very small number of people. There's only, I think, 10 people in our Grand Council who have you have to have at least 20 million tokens to be in the Grand Council. And you have to be voted in by the Grand Council. But the Roundtable chat, similarly, you can be in there. You don't have to have, I haven't set right now, at least at this moment, you don't have to have a minimum amount of tokens, but you have to have a meme militia is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make sure that every person in there has a meme militia. So that's going to be a key. We're going to be dropping a lot of alpha, a lot of things, a lot of trainings and tutorials and things that will be getting put into that roundtable chat. And it's invitation only. You have to be invited into it. And if it's somebody that I know doesn't have a meme, I will be removing people actively. So if before you invite somebody in, I need you to ask one of the members of our community that is, somebody like Ed Block or myself, if you can add them in, right? We want to make sure that we have only the 100 most bullish people on Stacker in this chat. And this is going to be kind of like a raid chat, but so much better because this is where I'm going to be dropping a lot of insider information of what to buy, when to buy. Think about it as kind of like a calls where I'm doing calls and stuff in this chat. That is what the roundtable chat is for. When I have a big investor come to the table, which I'm working on right now, let's just say, I don't know, hypothetically, a famous actor, and this famous actor is coming to the table with Skill Stacker, and he's going to buy $100,000 worth of Stacker, right, in one night or something, or over a 1 week or something. I'm not going to be dropping this in our regular roundtable chat that we have right now. That'll be going into our most bullish group and to our big people that we have. So just want to let you guys know that there's a new group for that, a new roundtable chat. So if you're interested in that, if you think that you got the chops to be in the roundtable and you can prove your loyalty, your conviction, and you want to be in that, please let us know. We'd love to add you into that group chat. All right, so let's keep these things moving. Let's get over to the wheel. There we go. Even Bob says the wheel. It's pretty freaking funny. I'm going to show you guys this. You guys will get a kick out of this. Oh, I already had it open. Now I just got to share it. All right, let's go this wheel with you guys. I'm going to fix something on there before we start spinning. Okay, let's see here. So we got 500 Stacker. Where was that one I saw here? One Stacker. Okay, we're not doing 1,000. We'll just do 1K right there. Hit save. Save this baby. Look at this beautiful wheel today, you guys. How nice is that? Let me go ahead and split the screen. Bam! That is a one good-looking wheel. That is privileged alpha. That's right. You got that right, Jay. All right, let me go ahead and pull this up. I do got to send everybody Stacker from yesterday. I didn't send that yesterday because I was so freaking busy. Let me get into the right book here. Not that book. Come over here. What do you guys think of this little plant on the desk, by the way? Nice little green touch there. My buddy Onik inspired that. Let's see here. Me Militia payouts. Okay, let's see here. Dude, are you kidding me? This was everybody yesterday, so it's not like I have a lot of people to. Oh, you can't see it. Not like I have a lot of people. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Only 15 people yesterday. So we're going to see how many people we got today. Let's see what's going on in Stacker. What do we got on the wheel to spin for? Okay. Oh, look at that. We got some new people coming in. All right. Let me go ahead and grab my pen. Where did my pen go? Oh, hold on. I got my pen. We're going to get to it. I know who the kings are. We're going to spin for the kings. First and foremost, I'm going to spin for my boy Don. Ooh, I just doxed him. Well, he already knows, and he's already, never mind. It's a vanity URL wallet address anyway. So we're going to go ahead and spin for CG5E1. I won't dox your other wallets, Don, I promise. Here we go. And let's get some music going too at the same time. Let's go. There we go. All right, there we go. 500. We're gonna go to 37G7T. Let's do this. Ooh, Mr. Abundant is so smart. I didn't even think about that. $1 in Soul. You're so right, Mr. Abundant. I'm gonna have to get, dude. Where's that $1 Soul here? You're gonna get rid of that little logo there. Save that. You're right. 37G7T. You're gonna have to send me your guys' other wallets. Damn. See, wasn't thinking about that. That's a really good point. See, this is why I need a Mr. Abundant in my life. 37G7T, $1 in Soul. All right. Well, the wheel on what you call it on the website isn't going to support other things, so that's a good point. But we'll have to do that for just when we do the show wheel and we do like top affiliate and things like that. We'll make sure we have their wallet address like already stored in advance. So that's really good. That was a good comment, my brother. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Who else do we got next? We got AKBEQ. AKBEQ. Here we go.
You had your moment, but we're stacking digital. We're building legacy. We don't chase pennies.
1K. Backer. Let's go. All right. What do we got here? We got 4CKKBQ. 4CKKBQ. Let's go ahead and spin. Sol and USDC. That's a good one. Yeah, I'll do USDC instead tomorrow. That's a good one because you'll be here tomorrow. Mr. Abundant will be there. Donate. I like that. All right, donate 10K. All right, who's next? Let's see here. The plant and jacket gives professor vibes. That's right. I like that. Come on, Don. I love it, bro. All right, let's get over to the next one here. Next one that we got on the wheel is 6A EXP. 6A EXP. Let's go. Thankfully, there's not a ton of people, so it won't be hard to hunt those down. But for Freedom Friday, yeah, we can't do. I just need Soul addresses, so that makes perfect sense. $2 in Soul. Let's go. A little liquidity there. Ooh, I like this a lot. Thinking about USDC. In fact, you know what? Let me do that. Let me do that real quick. USDC. Let's go in here. We're gonna make this easier based off of what he said. USDC. USDC. Let's see here. Soul, LDZ, USDC. There we go. All right, let me save that. That's a much better. Okay, so now we didn't hit any of those yet, so that's good. All right, let's go. Next person here is, let's see here, 5ORE8. Let's go. I want to play another song here. 1K, come on. There we go. All right, next person on the wheel is J19YM. We've got a commander. J19YM, let's go. And then 8YDEY. 1K. Okay, AYDEY. Here we go. Man, that train is going off. $5 in USDC. 8YDEY. Look at that. Let's go. Come on. Congratulations on that, my friend. All right. Let's see here. Who do we got next? I like this. GZKKX. GZKKX. Let's go. How's the music level, by the way, guys? $1 in Sol. All right. Let's see here. Next person we got is 4HK. HKGP3. Let's do this. $1 in Sol. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I got this. All right. Let's see here. $1 in Sol. Let's come back over here. GUY5R. GUY5G. I put GUY5R. Here we go. Nice. $1 in Sol. They're going to get this Sol in their wallet. They're going to be like, what the heck? $1. All right. Next person here is EKSMS. EKSMS. Let's go. Man, I'm so bullish right now. $1 in Sol. Let's go. Getting a lot of Sol today. All right, come on. Let's see here. Next person here is 54PZ1. I don't know if they have a meme militia. Hold on. Let me check. Oops. I got to check this real fast. Do this fast. All right. Let's see. See if they have a meme militia in their wallet. They do not have a meme militia, so I got to skip over that one, unfortunately. Missed out on the opportunity. They bought Stacker, but they don't have a meme militia. All right, so 54PZ. 6AXP, I already spin for. GASTZ. GASTZ. I know they have one. We'll go ahead and spin for them. Let's go. $1 in Sol. All right, let's see. Next person here is HB1R4. Let's do this.
We were never just here to make money.
Come on.
We were here to become
Come on. Donate. All right, let's see. Next person here, 6SCRT. 6SCRT. Let's see. Come on. 6 minutes left. 6SCRT. Let's go ahead and spin it. Come on. Let's see the chat. What's going on in the chat right now? Music is fine on YouTube with my headphones. Nice. They get the Sol USD. They can buy Stacker. That's right. That's smart right there. 1K Stacker for 6SCRT. All right. Next person. Let's see. We got, I already called that one, 9ZVHU. 9ZVHU. Here we go. Nice wheel today. 7GIGOC will be after. What do we get? 500 Stacker. Yeah. All right. 7GI GOC. Here we go. Ooh, 25% off. Mean Militia for 7GI GOC. Hopefully he's watching this. I'll give him a heads up. I know who that is. All right, next person here is 78. I'm gonna check this wallet, see if they have a Mean Militia real fast. Keep the last couple of minutes. We're not very far from the end. Let's see here. 78HX. Yes, they have a soldier. Here we go. Ooh, nice. They have a soldier. That's $5 in USDC. Let's go. Making money. All right. Next one here. Let's see who we got. I did CG5E1 already. And that's it. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Oh, we have, that was yesterday. Yep. So, yep, there we go. That's everybody for today. If I missed you for some reason, please just let me know. I don't think I missed anybody. You did at least a $5 buy. Yeah, there we go. 4HKGP3. I'm looking through everybody. That's it. Well, there we go. Let's see what we just gave away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's another? Yeah, so and then we got to do all the multiples on that. So we probably gave away like 30, 40 bucks today. Just in Sol and USDC. So that's exciting. Not a bad day. All right, you guys, we appreciate you so much. We're going to wrap this thing up. Oh, look, we got another buy. He already bought for us. See, he's so smart. He's so smart. See, getting his buys in now. Don't procrastinate in life. Take action. Get rewarded, right? Money favors speed. Hopefully you enjoyed today's show. It was a little different vibe than we normally have. I'm going to stop sharing. It's definitely a different vibe than we normally have. If you want to tune in, he says, awesome. I was eyeballing one of them hats. Let's go. And hopefully, if you guys, man, this music is driving me nuts. So where are we at right now? So like at 26. Okay, we're bringing this down. But... Ooh, there we go. I can hear myself think. Okay. We will be back tomorrow with Mr. Abundant in the house. We'll have a great show. We'll up the wheel as well. So just in case you're watching, you didn't buy, we're going to go bigger with the USDC and Sol. We're going to switch it from Bitcoin and Ethereum. So appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for being here. Hopefully this last hour that we just spent together was valuable. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. God bless. And as always, keep looking up.
They told me learn the rules, but I broke the mold. Flipping the script while the story's cold. Education system's got a crack in the frame. We stacking skills they can't even name. STKR breaking the chains. Wade Bree riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound. No textbook here, just codes we weave. Entrepreneur dreams that make you believe. Waves of the west with a whistle in the air. Calling out rebels who don't play fair. STKR breaking the chains. Wade Bree riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound. No textbook here, just codes we weave. Entrepreneur dreams that make you believe. Waves of the west with a whistle in the air. Calling out rebels who don't play fair. TKR breaking the chains. Wade Bree riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound. Degrees can't teach what our grind's about. The system's old, we found the route. Web breed power, we kick in the door. Rebels unite, time to even the score. STKR breaking the chains. Wade Bree riding in our veins. Freedom's a hustle, we built from the ground. Stacking the skills, now the future's unbound.
Bye, Danny. Keep looking up.